Yo, Fu Xuan's rerun banner is right around the corner in Honkai Star Rail, and you know what that means. It's time to find out whether it's worth pulling this character in today's day and age or not. And like some of the other videos I've made regarding this same type of topic with other characters, you're probably not gonna like the answer that I have to give for this. However, there's a lot more than just a yes or no to this, so let's go ahead and dive in, and once you hear my explanation, I think you'll probably agree with what I have to say here. Now, the first thing I want to do is glaze Fu Xuan and talk about how great she is. She's been so good for so long, she provides that 12% crit rate, she's probably still the most reliable sustainability character on average. So the average casual player, etc., is probably going to still really enjoy having a Fu Xuan on their account. However, just because a character was incredibly strong, like, almost a year ago, does not necessarily mean that they're going to still be strong in today's day and age, or, more importantly, in the days to come in the future, because we haven't had a healer, for example, in quite some time. Back in 1.5, we got Huohuo, but we haven't seen a healer for a little bit. So we're going to probably be getting another healer pretty darn soon. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, honk, honk, beep, beep. You picking up what I'm putting down here, cowboy? It's kind of a similar situation with Jingliu and Fu Xuan, where Jingliu's rerun banner seemed very tempting. However, I try to stress to players to be cautious about pulling for Jingliu, because despite how good she is and how good she's been for so long, power creep does exist in this game. And we just recently had Acheron drop, and we have really powerful DPSs coming right around the corner, dude. And a lot of people are probably going to end up benching their Jingliu. I have people to this day on just random videos messaging me telling me that they regret pulling Jingliu and they wish they listened to me during the Jingliu rerun video that I made, stressing for players to potentially not pull for her because she sits on the bench right now for a lot of players. I, for example, have her Lyco, and I love Jingliu. She's one of my favorite characters in the entire game, but she's on the bench right now because I'm playing my Acheron team, and I'm playing my follow-up team, or I'm playing random jank teams. She's just on the bench right now, kind of, and I know that sounds crazy. I know a lot of you are going to say, no, Pancake, my Jingliu's so good, and guess what? You're right. She is incredibly good. But as far as the meta is concerned, as far as top-level play is concerned, Jingliu is not built to last forever. She has certain bits of her mechanics that don't last, and that causes her to get power crept over a period of time. But the video is not about Jingliu, so let's get back to Fu Xuan. I just wanted to use it as a comparison that despite how strong a character might be, eventually they will become less relevant as time goes on, and Fu Xuan will be one of those characters. It's already happening. Aventurine and Huohuo are simply better than Fu Xuan on most teams at top level play. On casual level play, Fu Xuan's probably going to be the most comfy sustainability character. So if you're a newer player or you're a casual player, in short, Fu Xuan's actually a really good pickup because she's going to be able to help you out. If you only have one good strong sustainability character, you can totally run Fu Xuan on the other team. And that might be the choice you want to make. But just keep that in mind that there are going to be other sustainability characters coming probably in the near future. Patch 1.5 is when we got Huohuo, the last healer. It's been a long time. Let's count this out. 1.5, 1.6, 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, and we have the drip marketing already for 2.3. Who knows what's coming in 2.4? That's kind of a long time. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize, oh, you know what? They're probably going to release a 5-star healer soon. Yeah, trust me, bro. They're going to release a 5-star healer soon. And you're going to potentially regret pulling on Fu Xuan if you end up wanting this 5-star healer that might be coming soon. So just keep that in mind, guys, okay? So let's talk about something that Fu Xuan has really good going for her real quick. She's quite literally the best sustainability character for the Quantum Dream Team setup right now. And it's not even close, right? We do have Lynx, sure, and a great 4-star healer. Some might even consider her to be the best 4-star healer because Gallagher's really great and everything like that, but he excels on certain teams and he's a bit more niche. But let's be honest, Fu Xuan has an actual combat buff. She provides 12% crit rate. Lynx has no combat buff whatsoever, nothing at all, right? And you might say, oh, 12% crit rate, that's not that big of a deal, Pancake. Well, guess what? Let's just make a quick comparison real quick here. And I agree, it's not the greatest buff ever, but dude, my Acheron with my Fu Xuan can basically run 250% crit damage because I can switch my relics around because I don't have to focus in on crit rate as much because of that crit rate buff. 250% like crit damage on Acheron is absolutely insane. And by the way, I'm not missing out on any crit rate, by the way, okay? I'm still at like 80-90% crit rate with the 250% crit damage. My Acheron's kind of strong, I'll be honest. But straight up, like, that's a really good comparison to how strong that crit rate buff can potentially be. And let's just go ahead and compare the crowd control situation with Lynx and Fu Xuan. Fu Xuan has crowd control prevention attached to her Matrix of Prescience, which is her skill. The crowd control prevention situation is way better than fixing crowd control once it's applied to your team. Once crowd control is applied to your team, with Lynx can cleanse it, but that's after the crowd control was applied. Sometimes, once the crowd control is applied, the damage is kind of already done. You're still already taking some time of a loss in combat, it's slowing you down, etc, etc. There's something that usually bad happens on the initial crowd control application itself. Yeah, sure, you can cleanse it and it might help make things better, but Fu Xuan can just simply prevent that from ever happening in the first place. So I'm not going to try to sell you guys on this too hard. Fu Xuan's literally better. You guys just understand that, right? Now, let's talk about the Quantum Dream Team itself real quick. We've quite literally never had an optimal version of the Quantum Dream Team. I was one of the biggest proprietors of the Quantum Dream Team before Silverwolf ever even came out. Myself and others, by the way. There's a lot of other people that were talking about it and theory crafting it as well. And we were really excited about the potential of a Quantum Dream Team because Silverwolf can change enemy weakness and guarantee she applies Quantum to the enemies if your entire team is Quantum. But we've never had a proper full setup for the Quantum Dream Team. Let's go over this real quick. We had Silverwolf, we had Sela, and we had QQ once Silverwolf ended up dropping in the game. So we lacked a sustainability character. Then Lynx and Fu Xuan dropped at the same time, giving us a full team at least to be able to use. And it was reliable, but it was never like one of the strongest teams in the game. And then eventually, finally, we got one more, we got that final character we needed. We got a support character. We got Sparkle, bro. And she literally has Quantum Dream Team like built into her kit. She literally buffs more depending on the amount of quantum characters on your team. She's literally built to be powerful for that team composition. It's actually kind of cool. It's like actually really cool that they paid attention to the meta and realized, yeah, we should give Sparkle something that makes her like another piece of the glue that makes that Quantum Dream Team really strong. Now here's the problem. We haven't had a DPS character, a 5-star DPS character for Quantum since 1.0. Think about this. We have Shui Yi, we have QQ, and we have Sela. And none of them are a tippy top level DPS. I've seen some crazy stuff happen with Shui Yi break teams. Crazy, cool, fun stuff, but it's not necessarily as good as some of the other characters in the game, right? Like, it's just simply a fact. And Sela, let's be honest here, has fallen off. Even Pridewind finally accepted that Sela is not as good and dropped her down on the tier list, as well as QQ. QQ's been dropped as well. So it just goes to show that we're still, to this day, it's 2.2, bro. Or is it 2.3? I forget at this point. I'm getting old. But we have 2.3 right around the corner, man. And we still haven't gotten a new 5-star Quantum DPS since 1.0. When we eventually get a 5-star Quantum Hyper Carry DPS type of style character, it's gonna be insane. The Quantum Dream Team will finally have what it needs to be able to be a top-level team. But I'm really hoping they do it sometime soon. Because to be honest with you, by the time it finally happens, the Quantum Dream Team might be, like, not relevant again. It's never been truly relevant, right? When Fu Xuan came out, the Quantum Dream Team had a little bit of like a, hey, we finally have 4 characters to use. We can actually play the team. But we were always lacking something that made the team strong. Then Sparkle came out. But by the time that happened, Sela and QQ just simply weren't good enough to cut it anymore. And Shui Yi doesn't necessarily want to be on a Quantum team, like a full-blown Quantum-only team. So it's just kind of unfortunate, man. Like, the Quantum Dream Team has always had these little things that hold it back. Even today, in like the golden era of the Quantum team right now, where you actually have a full team, it's never really hit the mark that you really want. But Fu Xuan will be the best sustainability character for a Quantum Dream Team going forward. So if I can try to wrap this up in a nice little bow here, is Fu Xuan worth pulling in 2024 or not? Well, in short, I would have to say no. I don't think she's worth pulling in 2024 anymore. There's going to be stuff coming in the future that will probably likely cause you to want to bench her. She might be fun and great to use in the short term, but in the long term, I don't think you're going to enjoy having pulled Fu Xuan. You will at first, but you won't in the long run, is basically what I'm saying. Now, if you're a newer player, or you're a casual player, and you don't have good enough sustainability on your team, on your account, Fu Xuan might be a good pickup. But just keep in mind that there's going to end up being more sustainability characters, probably a really good healer coming in the somewhat near future. So just keep that in mind, okay? So if you're a veteran player, or if you've been playing since really early on and you have good sustainability, I would not recommend pulling for Fu Xuan. Maybe get her light cone or something like that if you really like the character. That's fine, whatever. But I wouldn't necessarily actually pull more Eidolons or pull the character if you already have good sustainability. If you're a new player, right? If you're a player that just simply lacks sustainability, she might be a really good pickup for you. But in the long run, you might not end up regretting it because you might not pulling a really solid sustainability character, maybe a healer, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, in the coming months. So just keep that in mind, because a 5-star character is a pretty big investment. You have to level the character, you have to get all the traces, you have to get all the relics, you have to spend all of your jade pulling for the character. And you might feel bad because now you have less jade to pull for other really strong characters that might be better for your account in the long run. So for the meta, no, I would not say pull Fu Xuan. If you like the character, or if you're new to the game, maybe Fu Xuan will be good for you, actually. So just, you have to make the best decision you can for your account based on what your needs are. So hopefully this video was able to help you out. And if you like videos like this, you like Honkai Star Rail, you like gacha gaming, Wuthering Waves, Elden Ring DLC, can't wait, consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.